Right, so we're obviously shining a spotlight on Black Friday, some of the consumer behavior surrounding that, the phenomenon occurring, and really where to from here. We know that retailers around the world are hoping millions of shoppers will take advantage of Black Friday discounts in the kickoff to the key holiday shopping season against a backdrop of financial pressure on households. So with many shoppers squeezed by persistent inflation, consumers are still being very cautious. So let's bring in Katherine Madley, Vice President for Marketing at Massmart. Katherine, good afternoon, and thank you for your time with us here on the SABC.
Thank you for having me, Liesl.
All right, so Katherine, at this point, perhaps you could speak to the significance of Black Friday, what it has done for the retail industry, and what are some of the best ways retailers have been preparing for Black Friday?
Yes, so Black Friday has been a big thing in South Africa for a number of years, and most of the retailers get involved in the big day. The genesis of Black Friday comes from the United States. It's the day after Thanksgiving, which is the last Thursday in November, preceded by a holiday, and that's where our American friends and Walmart that own us also do a huge thing on a Black Friday. But the customer has changed over the last few years, where they prefer to stretch out the opportunity over the month. So we've done that in our stores, in Builders, Game and Macro, and we've been running deals week in and week out. But of course, with this final week in November, running into the paydays of the country, we ramp up the offers and the stock so that we can meet as much demand as possible.
Katherine, thank you. Thank you for weighing in on that because, we just want to look at the broader perspective and how should retailers ensure that Black Friday stays true to its meaning and that consumers are in fact getting the best deals, especially under the economy, the inflation rate that we're obviously also living under.
No, absolutely. So we start to look at what consumers are looking at about September, where people start Googling Black Friday and they start focusing on planning for Black Friday. So we also do a lot of research, and our buyers and planners and our supply chain start moving the stock in to make sure that it's on time. We don't put anything at risk with poor services in our ports, etc. So we make sure that the stock is in very early for the customer in November, which it is, and we lay it out in our shops. And there's three ways that customers can purchase. They can come into our Macro stores and get the deals, or our Game or Builders stores, or they can go online. Some customers were waiting till midnight last night to get the deals online, or they can buy online and pick up. Some customers enjoy doing that. So those three options are available, and we prepare for this months and months in advance, more than 12 months in advance. We are looking for deals, we are buying the stock, we're bringing the stock in and pricing the stock and showing the savings.
So Katherine, on the back of that, I wonder if you could also maybe just speak to the current customer expectations and the trends related to Black Friday compared to pre-COVID and post-COVID conditions. How conscious or socially conscious are consumers also this time around?
Pre-COVID, in the early stages of Black Friday 10 years ago, it was a big electronics play. So the customer was looking for large appliances, small appliances, cellular, a laptop, and all of those kind of things primarily. That's still very, very strong today. The major shift that we have seen post-COVID, and by the way, during COVID, that's when we started extending Black Fridays to avoid the crowds. Prior to that, we would have 5 days in Macro and 1 day in Game, but then we changed that. Last year, we had a 1 day at Game, which was very successful again, but this year, we spread it out because the customers prefer a lot of preparation. So the major shift, Liesl, is the customers looking for a stock up on essentials. That's what they're looking for. And with Macro being the biggest wholesaler in the market, both the retail and the wholesale customer is looking for that large pantry loading, liquor loading, and general merchandise loading for the home in preparation for the festive season, and even so far as back to school, and getting all of those things ready for the home. And with this heat wave that we've been having, we've seen a major move on pools and on air conditioners and fans, and of course cold drinks as well.
So, Katherine, just as we wrap up this conversation, given the socioeconomic conditions in South Africa, affordability, and even some of the innovative ways retailers are going about it this time round, what are some of the tips and tricks you have for consumers to leverage off of this opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's a really important time of the year to stock up. The prices are very, very low. Do some planning, go onto Google, search for what you're looking for in essentials. You'll see a lot of bargains in toiletries and in food and in baby across our shops. And then for those things that you do need for family coming round on over the festive season, as us South Africans love to get together, those kinds of offers are also readily available now. And it's a great opportunity to stock up for the end of the year and into the first bit of next year, when things are a bit tight in January. At least you've got a lot of stock stocked up with these massive savings that you see at Macro and at Game.
Katherine, thank you for your time with us on the SABC and for weighing in. Katherine Madley, Vice President for Marketing at Massmart, weighing in on Black Friday. Really what it entails and how customers and consumers can leverage off of the opportunities that have been presented.